Before application of Backslab or any cast, you should inspect skin for any minor cuts or grazes and also remove any jewellery from the patient's limb. So, application of below elbow Backslab, treating distal radius, distal ulna. We're subjectively sizing the stockinette to suit the patient's needs, opening it out before you place it on the limb, up to the elbow crease or over. We're now cutting a port for the thumb. The next is a small piece of stockinette cut slightly across its width and applied over the thumb and over the wrist. This will turn back on the finished edge of the cast behind the thumb. Next step is to apply orthopaedic felt to any bony prominent area, such as the ulnar styloid process, and to the base of the thumb. This is going directly over the stockinette, not onto skin. Next step in the process is preparation of plaster Paris and conforming bandages. We are taking a roll of POP and measuring from the MCPs to the elbow crease and making a slab of between 8 to 10 layers of thickness. We'll then be cutting the ends to even up and be preparing the slab for fanning out to cover 2/3 circumferential of the limb. Next step is to get your conforming bandages for applying the POP. The first conforming bandage is dipped in water so it applies easily over the plaster Paris, and the second is to finish. Step 4 is application of wool to the limb. We're using a 10 centimeter roll here, applying from the elbow crease proximal to distal, covering approximately 50% of the previous turn, coming up behind the thumb and through the grip, applying with little or no tension and coming through the grip 2 times at least. You're breaking off the roll, so you're only using approximately half a roll. Next step is the application of plaster Paris. We have our slab, we're fanning it out to suit the width of the patient's limb and dipping it into the water end to end. Do not squeeze at the end of the bucket, you'll lose your plaster. Take away the excess water over the bucket. You're now placing the slab on the patient's limb, turning back the edges and smoothing it out, and cut away any bulky piece to the base of the thumb. Smoothen and laminate. Next step is the application of the wet conforming bandage. Apply with little or no tension, proximal to distal, and as you come up through the grip, you are cutting with the scissors 2/3 the way through to prevent build-up of conforming bandage in the web space, taking it behind the MCPs, around the back of the thumb, you're now turning back your stockinette 2 finger widths from the elbow crease, turning back at the distal end behind your MCPs, and turning back your stockinette at the thumb to the base of the thumb. This allows full movement of the fingers, the thumb, and the elbow joint. You're then applying your dry cohesive bandage. Make sure you're turning in around the stockinette, and as you come through the web space, cut it to 2/3 to allow no build-up of bandage in the web space. Again, cutting, you need at least 2 cuts to go through the web space, making sure that fingers and thumb are free and elbow joint are free for exercise for the patient. You're then just smoothing down and laminating the backslab.